Welcome everyone to another League of Legends episode, and this time I'm playing as a Jinx. Oh wait, I paused the game. Alright, let's get starting. It seems that my support is a Leona, which is really nice because Leona is a really irritating champion, and well, you will see how this one plays out because as I mentioned in the previous episode, already know the outcome of the games. So, um, we're against a Caitlyn Blitzcrank bot lane, which is really irritating because if Blitzcrank hooks me in, then that means that it's certain death for me. And as a Jinx, I have pretty low mobility, so it's not that hard to hook a Jinx in. And also, this jungle will play a pretty big part because I think the one who gets the first gank on the bot lane shall win, as well, whatever. So Blitzcrank is invading into our jungle, being Blitzcrank, and he puts down a ward into our Gromps, but we do not spot him. Do we spot him? No, we do not. Alright, Blitzcrank walks away, and the ward is successfully placed in our camp, so that will mean that they have the information that Nidalee will start at her blue buff. Which is actually good for them because now their bottom lane can play pretty oh, an H2K fan. So that means that means that their bottom lane can be pretty safe because they know that the Nidalee was starting on top, so then they won't go really aggressive on this bottom lane. Oh, the first Q lands from Ziggs. Oh my god, what a play! Hang on, it seems that we have put a ward in their Krags too, so we will be able to tell that Amumu is starting on his blue too. By the way, this is the second Amumu. Why are there so many Amumus right now? This bot lane is going pretty even. Well, why shouldn't it? After all, the game has just started, so the Fiora engages onto the Jace, but Jace is already level 2, so he can bully out the Fiora pretty easily. While in the mid lane, spells are blown, spells are missed. Nidalee is invading onto the jungle of Amumu, and maybe he's trying to take away the red buff for himself, but as you can see he will encounter Amumu soon, who's on a pretty low HP. There's Amumu onto the red buff, he smites it away, and here comes the Nidalee. And Amumu has to flash away, and Nidalee is the one who gets the red buff. If Amumu is not careful, he might get killed here in the process, but as you can see on the top lane, Jace with the flash Q and the auto attack gets the first blood, and he survives. So that's already first blood for us, so things are going pretty well. Oh wait, that's a good stun from Leona, but oh, I had to flash away there, hang on. We missed that one out, so let's just go back. As you can see here, Blitzcrank is moving to the side of the lane so that he won't be hooking any minions, and I have to flash away because, well, maybe the flash was unnecessary, but it's better safe than sorry. Meanwhile, Ziggs flashes on top of the Lux but does not get the kill. And he even used his ignite, so those are two summoners blown. While Lux didn't really blow anything. Oh, she didn't blow anything. That was terrible, I'm sorry. Let's see. On top lane, the Jace has already built up quite a CS lead, which is nice. What's there? Amumu is maybe trying to gank top, but he will walk into the Nidalee trap, so he will get spotted. Let's see. Oh, there's a hook onto me, which is unfortunate, but meanwhile Leona is trying to kill the The Caitlyn flashes away, but Leona flashes on top of him and takes the kill. And I have to heal because the Blitzcrank would have killed me otherwise. Leona is still trying to make something happen with the Blitzcrank, but Blitzcrank is pretty tanky. So we now have 2 kills, and unfortunately the kill secure went to Leona, but I guess it can be helped. Caitlyn will now fall pretty behind, and I miss my zap, so I won't be able to kill the Blitzcrank unfortunately. But Fiora engages onto the Jace, and Jace might be able to kill her, but here comes the minion wave, so... What? Wait. Amumu just died to the wolves. Did that really happen? Oh no! No, God! Oh, now I remember. I typed... so Nidalee said that he was going to kill Amumu in the jungle at his red buff, and I said in the chat after this that you don't have to worry about Amumu because he died on his own. How did that happen? Alright, whatever. That's awkward. Jace backed away and bought his serrated dirk. And on the bottom lane, Caitlyn managed to pick up a pickaxe, and I bought a BF sword. So you can already see that that kill and the CS lead is really kicking in. I don't know why Fiora tried to fight this fight. I mean, Jace is actually pretty strong right now and kills Fiora pretty easily. Meanwhile, there's a gank onto the mid lane that is going onto the Ziggs and might be able to get the kill. Ziggs misses the final Q, which could have sealed the kill onto the Lux, so the trade ends up to be a 1-for-0. And as you can see, Lux still hasn't blown any of his summoner spells, so he's in a really safe spot. Now Fiora also buys a lot of longswords and teleports back to the lane, but he has to be really careful because Jace is now really strong with those 2 kills. Alright, on this bottom lane I'm starting to really get ready in CS. And oh, there's an engage onto Caitlyn, there's a heal coming out from Caitlyn as well, and Leona is auto-attacking furiously, and there's the Q from Leona to seal the kill, and now that's 2-0 for the Leona, and 0-0-2 for me, which is pretty strange considering that Leona is a support, but I guess it can be held. Both of the kills were pretty good from the Leona, so she deserves them. And now there's a 3k gold lead, and Fiora will die yet again. He actually parries out the E from the Jace, and he manages to live with a sliver of health. Well, to be honest, Jace played that pretty poorly, but if Fiora stays in the top lane, then maybe he could get the kill anyway. But as you can see, he's far ahead of this Fiora right now, and there's just no way that Fiora would be able to kill him unless Amumu tries to make a good gank, which won't happen anytime soon because Amumu is on his blue buff, which he donates to the Ziggs. As you can see, they are pinging Amumu to help top lane and bot lane, so Amumu is under a lot of pressure right now, and in the jungle, Lux encounters Ziggs with the blue buff and tries to pull aggro on him, and that's a pretty good trade from the Lux. What? There's action on the bot lane. I killed the Caitlyn somehow, and now Amumu comes in, but I don't think that he will be able to do anything, and he has to pull away. Let's just watch that again, because we did not see that. Alright, it seems that that was just a really good engage onto Leona. I mean, onto the Caitlyn by Leona with the stun and the ultimate. Alright, I'm here. Sorry for the delay. this actually seems to be a pretty easy match, and Ziggs doesn't really find his skill shots either. And Amumu finds Lux on in and gets the stun, but there's a flash away from Lux. He flashes away from the Amumu ulti, and now we engage onto the Ziggs. There are the chompers, and Ziggs will go down. And that was a terrible zap, but actually that zap was really good because now we can force away a flash from the Ziggs as well. So it was all calculated, guys. Don't worry. It's 7-0. This is a very easy match, if I do say so myself. And this may be a dive onto the top lane, but they really have to be careful because Blitzcrank is a really... Alright, Nidalee gets hooked in, and Nidalee has to blow a flash away. Oh my god, that Fiora HP. That was a really nice spear by the Nidalee. It looks like now I have the blue buff, so... Oh, I'm actually trading pretty well with the Jinx, with the Caitlyn, but I cancelled the last auto attack, so that was pretty derp. Amumu flashes away yet again, and remember he does not have his ultimate, neither he gets pulled in, and he will surely go down. And Amumu is the one who gets the first kill of the enemy team. Let's see now. I'm backing away. I'm really curious what I will be able to buy. It seems that I bought a pickaxe and a boot and a cloak of agility, so I'm really close to getting my infinity edge. Meanwhile, on the top lane, yeah, Fiora just gives up, decides to just stay put and wait for his death to come. And will that be a first turret gold? That will definitely be a first turret gold. Jace gets some turret hits and actually decides not to take the turret, and now Lux is in trouble because he gets hooked in by the Blitzcrank, and there is a missed Q by the Ziggs again, but the Ignite will surely take down on him. So that's another kill for the red team, but there's the first turret going down, and there's a very, very good damage onto the Caitlyn. And Leona actually engages, and there's the ultimate from Leona also, and Caitlyn manages to flash away, but there's the zap, and there's a super mega death rocket, and Caitlyn does not manage to dodge that, so that's my third kill in this game. And Ziggs is in all sorts of trouble, but Nidalee misses his last spear, which could have killed him, so there won't be a kill there. Will we get another tower? It looks like we will get another tower on the bot lane, but now there's the engage onto Nidalee by the Amumu, and there's the whatever of the sad Mummy, the curse of the sad Mummy, that's right, and now they have 3 kills, which is nice for them, but unfortunately we still got the turret on the bot lane, so it was still a favorable trade for us. I'm sorry. Let's see. Now we really have to siege down this middle turret, because that is the only thing that really keeps us from getting into the enemy jungle and really taking over the game. Because now this Fiora is pretty much non-existent factor in this game, because by the time she gets strong, Jace will have already crushed the Nexus turret. Ziggs is moving up top and may be able to do something there, but I don't know. Leona is moving up also, and I think Jace can pretty easily 1v2 them. And there's the engage onto Ziggs, and there's the ultimate for Lux, and there's the final spark and the finishing blow with the auto attack. Leona is playing really, really well. I mean, when he sees an opportunity, he just goes and grabs it. There's the spear onto the Blitzcrank, and Blitzcrank has to pull away because otherwise he would die. And Jace meanwhile just gets his second turret of the game, and wow, Fiora actually is lagging it seems, but still Jace just pulls aggro on her, and yeah, Fiora is pretty much dead. I don't know why she went in there, like she had absolutely no reason to be there. Oh, there's one auto attack, two, and the finishing, yeah, those are three auto attacks in a row, and that's my fourth kill. We really should get this Ocean Drake. I mean, why not? The Drake is there, and unless we take the Ocean Drake, there won't be any better Drakes spawning. Amumu is now trying to gain blood, but oh no, I'm alright. I get caught by the Amumu, but I flash away from both Qs actually, and now Leona is moving up. He may be able to get here in time, and I'm kiting away pretty easily because this guy is an Amumu. There's the ultimate from the Leona, and that's an easy kill. And now the Blitzcrank is pretty much in danger, and in the top lane Fiora just has no chance whatsoever. There's the flash from Jace, and I don't think he will be able. Yes, he will be able to get the kill. He's now on a killing spree. Why is he on a killing spree? He should be on a rampage, or whatever. No, not a rampage. Even higher than that. Now he gets caught out, but well, I guess it can be helped. Even the heroes must die sometimes. Oh, there's a W actually onto the Caitlyn, but there's the 90 caliber net to escape. Will we finally be able to break down this middle turret though? It's losing HP, alright? Now Nidalee is caught by the Amumu, but Nidalee is pretty strong, and I don't think that Amumu has the damage necessary unless Amumu decides to pull his ultimate, which he doesn't have. Then Amumu flashes over the wall and finds a Leona there, so there's a final spark and actually a really good engage onto the Caitlyn, but now Jinx comes to the party as well. Alright, that's a kill onto the Caitlyn, but Nidalee goes down too. Nidalee is a real feeder. And nuke gets dropped onto Lux. Never nuke Lux twice. Oh, what a flash hook from Blitzcrank. That was so cute. That actually, if that ultimate from Leona didn't hit, then that would have been a kill from me. And now I'm in a pretty big trouble, but luckily Jace arrives, who has a button of damage, so we just kill all three of them. And now we will be able to get the dragon, and after that we may actually be able to rotate to mid and finally break down this turret, which is, well, yeah, we will definitely be able to break this turret down. As you can see, we are already rotating towards mid. And now the gold lady is just, well, as you can see, this game now is pretty much over. I got a turret shot there, which is unfortunate and pretty noobish from me, and I'm pretty much boosted, but it doesn't matter when you have such a great support and such a great top laner as the Jace and the Leona. There's a Q onto the Amumu actually, and the E2, while I'm throwing zaps at them, so we have a really good POC composition. Oh my god, there's a solar flame, and the final spark 2 to finish off the kill on Amumu. And now I drop the chompers, but nobody gets chomped on them. Fiora dodges out on the Lux Q, but meanwhile on the there's an engage from Leona onto everyone basically, and Fiora actually gets a 1-for-1 trade. But at the same time, Jace is breaking the inhibitor, but I don't think anyone will be able to stop him, as Amumu is pretty weak. And here we have to pull away, because now they actually have 9 kills, which is pretty impressive. There's the ultimate onto the Jace from Amumu, but that won't help him out too much as Jace pulls aggro back onto the poor Amumu, but here comes the Fiora now, and he will claim the kill. Those are 4 members of the enemy team. And ultimate... Oh, it does not hit the Amumu, unfortunately. Well, it was a good try, but it failed. I have to recall, and will I be able to buy the Rana's Hurricane? Yes, I will be able, and I'm going for a static shift now. I'm curious what the Blitzcrank is building, however. Well, we'll find out eventually, if the enemy does not surrender at 20 this time. There's a pretty shitty Q, and Fiora takes the blue buff for herself. Now there is an open inhibitor in the top lane here, and it's already down half health, so that might be a way to get into the enemy's base if we just started pushing top lane as a 5-man unit, but for some reason we did not do that. Jace gets hooked in, but the final spark gets Amumu down, and Caitlyn does not manage to snipe Jace out either. There's the teleport actually coming from the Fiora, and now everyone is in all sorts of trouble. But, well, Fiora almost goes down, and there's a nuke again onto everyone, and also the ace in the hole gets Jace. Meanwhile, we are pushing down on the bot lane. As you can see, we have already taken down 1 turret, and we're pushing on to the next one as well. Will we be able to get this? We may be able to, actually. Well, everyone is coming here, but we are pretty strong, and we managed to get the turret, and now we have to run away, but for some reason Leona decides to go in, and for some reason I decide to have the Leona, and this might cost us. That was a very good parry on the solar stream from the Fiora, and I go down eventually, and Leona manages to get away. What a support. Well, whatever, we still broke down 2 turrets for 2 kills, so the trade is still in our favor, if you ask me. And oh no, I forgot, only I went down, so only for 1 kill. That's even better. The only thing that really hurts me is that my stats. Amumu is getting his red buff, finally is getting his red buff after his first one got stolen by the Nidalee, and he smites it away. Now we're sieging on this middle lane turret, and oh, there's a flash hook from the Blitzcrank, but I don't think they have enough damage. Yeah, they do not. So that's a flash burn from the Blitzcrank for nothing really. And another hook onto the locks. Actually, Blitzcrank is really good with this hook, and there's the final spark again, but the curse of the Selvom locks down everyone, and the ace in the hole also comes in, while the solar flare locks down 3 people, and the hook misses, so the fight is won by us. Oh, that almost tagged the Caitlyn. Actually, that was really stupid from the Fiora, but a really good snipe there's a super mega dead rocket onto the Caitlyn, but unfortunately he survives. And actually 2 of our members went down in the process. Alright, Jace finishes off the kill with his shock blast. And now he's onto the top lane inhibitor, and we're rotating there also with the Nidalee and the Jinx, which is me. Well, we are in a 3v3, which we should be able to win since we have our 2 damage dealers, the Jace and I. There's a mishook from the Blitzcrank, which is fortunate, because otherwise I may have went down. Now, someone pings out the dragon, and it seems that I'm rotating there, so this mountain dragon will go down pretty easily. Actually, I decided to go for the farm instead, which is pretty stupid of me, but uh, I'm a really greedy ADC who always likes to get all the farm for himself. But now the mountain drake goes down, and this is our second drake, I guess. I think it is our second drake. Poor Leona. Alright. How many drakes do we have? Can I... Yeah, this is our second drake. We have a mountain and an ocean drake. Oh, actually, Amumu gets tagged by the Lux Q and he's way out of position for this one and just gets spawned to the ground. There's the hook missing yet again. And now we're sieging onto the inhibitor turrets. Fortunately, we have a really good poke composition with the Jace, Lux, Nidalee, and even the Jinx W's are pretty strong, so the sieging is pretty good, and the only way to really defeat the poke composition is to have really hard engage, which they actually do have in the Amumu, but oh my god, that final spark was actually pretty strange, and Lux goes down because Blitzcrank hooked Rin. But now Jace is pulling aggro onto everyone, and the Ziggs ultimate cleared minion wave, so we have to back away yet again. And now we're down on a Lux. There's Nidalee pulling aggro onto the Amumu, but the enemy team is here, so he should be careful. It seems that I back away because I do have the goal to buy a static shield, I think. Yep, I did buy the static shield. And now I'm buying some... Oh! Oh, hang on. Wait! There's the ultimate. That was pretty lucky, actually. The enemy team is really kind, I mean, the ultimate was coming and they split apart like, alright, just come. They really didn't try to block it. But, well, that secures another kill. That was a surprise. I saw that all of my ultimates in this game missed by an inch, but it seems not all of them missed actually. Now this may come down to the final push soon, because they have an open inhibitor on bot and on top. Leona gets hooked in, but it doesn't really matter. The final spark was really good and takes 2 kills. I flash over the wall and does manage to kill the... I do manage to kill the Amumu, and now we're on to the inhibitor on the mid lane too, because as you can see the minions are... no, the minions are not coming in unfortunately, so we should just rotate them top and take that turret, that inhibitor. Alright, the minions are finally pulling in, so we decide to take the mid lane turret eventually. And I think after that we decided to take the top lane inhibitor, and after that the enemy just bleeds out because super minions are too OP. Even for Ziggs, who has a really good wave clear. And those are 3 inhibitors down, and that's basically game over. As you can see, the gold lead is immaculate, not immaculate, immense. Immaculate means something else. Let's see now. The final push should come in really soon. There's a missed Q from the Lux unfortunately, and a missed hook from the Blitzcrank. So Amumu actually decides to go in, and there's the ultimate, which is pretty nice because it locks down 3 people at once. And now I'm in all sorts of trouble, but somehow I managed to peel away, and there's a double kill for the for the Jace, and there's another Q, and I managed to dodge away from the Blitzcrank Q in the end, so that's a triple kill for Jace, and that seals the fate of the enemy team, and the Nexus will be soon destroyed. The poke really misses out on the Caitlyn, but Jace decides to kill him anyway, and now it's only the Blitzcrank standing, and the Nexus goes down without any trouble at all. Actually, I get hooked, but well, it doesn't matter. That's Nexus destroyed. So that was today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's actually pretty early, whereas the last episode, in the last episode, it was pretty late. So I'm in a similar shoe than yesterday, or not yesterday, but the previous episode, but whatever. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.